Watch the twist. Kill, kill, kill.
Gone.
This is Hines. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4.
Nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
57. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Down. 8 Reed.
Hey, they scared. They scared. Check. Lock. Hit it.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. All the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
Draw play. This is Hines. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot. Yep.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, Charlie.
Check right. Watch 85. Pick it up. 55.
Hey, 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 hey.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Hey, exit.
55.
Get it.
On the delay, here's Hines. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Set. 60 or.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Hey, zoom.
Check 55.
Yo, 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 go, go.
55 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Smooth.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
You.
You draw Corkers. Go.
I got it.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 55. Mike 55. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Fire.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Set. 50, plant.
55.
Greystone, travel.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Ready, ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Protein spill. Go, go.
Check right. Watch it, 5. Here we go, D.
And 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
We play to win. Let's
The
go.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Hey, lock it.
Football. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Five.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
57's the Mike.
Check up.
57's the Mike. Check Mike. Check Mike. Hey, check Mike. 57.
Yes.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 57's the Mike.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Motion backfield. 57. Mike, 57. Cut. Watch the twist.
Now.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
58, come on. 58, come on. Record.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Mike. Here we go. Check.
Yo, faster. Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo. Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's been a long day for you.
He's pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Echo. Way to go.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Got 6'6", bullet high.
Check 52. Shift. Watch the shift.
Deep grip.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
General West.
55.
He'll look to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Topper. Yep. Hey, orbit.
Pick your game.
Hey. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
22 jet bomber.
I'm coming after you. Undercrunch. Shit. No. Off.
Tonight. Hey, Haywood. 5.
2nd and 3. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation. 1st down.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Shoot.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Back to Mixon on first down. Breaks a tackle. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Yo, go, go.
44.
Hey, exit.
44.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll set up the throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah,
and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Complete to his tight end Sample. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll drop the throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 1. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back to throw here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, Mixon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. What? In the ball. Put it right.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, up and good. And that will get them one closer. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis on the year as they move to 4-9.